Hey guys, Drew the Shed again. As you can see, not in the shed. We're having another brew with Drew. Tonight our selection is, let me see if I can read the German here. Acht Schleckenthaler Riech. Or in English, Schlenkerla Oak Smoke Doppelbock. It's kind of hard to read that old script there sometimes because the characters look different. Bring that in nice and close for you so you can see it. Oak smoked Doppelbock. Doppelbock is actually one of my favorite styles. It is a dark beer, as you can see in a proper German mug here. Looks like we got a visitor tonight as well. We have Walter here on the desk. I don't know if he will decide to come in frame or not. Yeah, you're a good boy. Talk to him like a dog. It's great. Yeah, wow, that's a really strong smoke flavor. It's coming in at 8% alcohol by volume. I don't have an IBU number on it. Actually, I've had this beer for in the cellar for quite a while, probably at least a year, probably closer to 2. That's the thing with beer, is you can age it just like you can age tobacco. Well, you can age certain kind of beers. Darker beers typically lend themselves better. Things with lower hop contents lend themselves better to aging, because as beer age, the hop flavor decreases and drops out. So if you like the IPAs, IPAs are a beer best enjoyed fresh. If you like things like, you know, there's doppelbock, stouts, porters, other dark styles, they take rather well to aging. And actually you'll get a beer a lot of times when you age it that is, you know, just as with tobacco, it smooths it out, but it also produces a flavor that is much, I don't know if richer would be the right word, but much more mature. Definitely mature, easier drinking, and honestly really, really good aged. This beer, Doppelbock. Doppelbocks are an interesting beer. German beers are known for having a lot of clove and banana type flavors in them from the yeast, and it produces a wonderful, wonderful beer. This one actually has a lot of nice sweetness in it, even though it is 8% alcohol. There's a definite smoke flavor, and let's see again. It's very malty, what you would expect out of a German beer. There is some clove notes in there. A lot of banana esters, and then there is a definite smoke flavor in there too. And I'm sure some of you are going, oh, those things would taste awful together. And it kind of seems like it would when you just describe it with words. But it's a melding of the flavors. It's it's a wonderful beer, actually. And if I could buy that again, I'd definitely buy that. Where in Germany is this from? Let's see if it tells me on the bottle. Bottled and brewed by Hellertrum Bamberg, Germany. I did interesting random trivia fact about Drew. I took 2 years of German in high school. It's kind of weird because I have people that I know from Germany on Facebook, and they'll post things in German, and I'll halfway start reading it, but then I remember I don't know the whole of it, and it's slightly frustrating. I need to finish learning German. if you asked me to speak very much to you in German right now, I would say no, I can't do that. But yeah. So, as you will probably see, as I've now been rambling on about beer for the past 5 minutes and my lack thereof of German ability. Yes, it's Tuesday night. That's where I was going with this. It's a Tuesday night. I'm going to be posting a video on Tuesday night. I apologize for not getting one out to you on Sunday. I had intended to, but then I just hung out with the cat, left the window open. It was an absolutely fantastic day. And so a video just didn't get made. And as of tonight, I have tried to respond to all of the comments on the previous video that were left as of what is today, April 24th, 2018. To look over at my calendar here. So, the past 2 videos about me moving have gotten more comments on them than any other video. So, now we get to the main content of tonight. Yes, there is main content of tonight after the 5 minutes of prattling on. So, what am I going to be talking about? Well, a couple weeks ago, I volunteered to help sell raffle tickets for the local Special Olympics athletes and team members. Every year, those kids involved with Special Olympics get together, and one of the local Chevrolet dealerships in Montana gives a free Silverado to them to be raffled off. And as part of being the Knights of Columbus, we greatly believe in the Special Olympics. It's a absolutely wonderful program. If you don't know much about it, I suggest you do look it up. It is a program that gives disabled people a arena to compete in athletic activities, and it helps give them a lot of purpose and a sense of motivation, and it's just an absolutely wonderful thing. And part of when I was selling off these tickets, there's a couple athletes there, and I was partnered up with one of them, and gosh, what a great kid. I really enjoyed him. He was awesome. And, you know, he had trouble with his speech. And he would ask almost everybody that came by our table if they wanted to buy a raffle ticket to help the Special Olympics. And so many people would just ignore him and pretend like he wasn't there. And it was really heartbreaking. But he kept going. He didn't let him get him down. Just kept going and doing it over and over and over again. And it's one of those things that it really made me take a moment and think how lucky I am to be normal. And two, why do we take so much or make so much effort to ignore those people that may not be normal or able like us, when we all know that that person is able to do a great many things, is more often than not an absolutely incredible and person worth knowing. And we just see their wound, and we want to ignore it. We want to walk away from it. We want to pretend it doesn't exist. And it's really not fair of us. It's those people that really need our help the most. And we just like to shove it under the rug so many times and pretend that they're not there. And it's doing them a great disservice, and I think it's doing ourselves a great disservice as well. Because I wish that I could have half the courage and half the tenacity that that young man had. And he had gotten State Athlete of the Year in 2015. And there's no reason we should treat those people like they're less. You know, we're all in this together, and we should act like it. So, with that, I can see that I've been going on here now for almost 12 minutes. I thank you for stopping by. I thank you for writing the comments. I thank you for all the wonderful subscriptions that you've given me. And a big thank you to Mr. Ghost Cobb, who gave me a shout out and put me over that 500 subscriber threshold. So, until I see you guys again, be kind and good to each other.